What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 24 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the top 10 confirmed core elite middle linebackers in MUT 24. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you like it, if it helps you out, make sure you go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Shows a lot of support on the channel, helps the videos get noticed. Also, if you're brand new here, you were searching on YouTube for MUT 24 content, whether it's how to make coins, how to get free players, how to build your ultimate team, you found the right channel for everything. Stay a while, click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on as well so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. Let's get right on into it. It is MUT 24 ratings week, and all week, including today, yesterday, and up until Friday, EA will be revealing the top 10 core elites at each positional group. Down below in the comments section, as a pinned comment, you're going to find a link to a playlist that's going to contain videos for every positional group. Yesterday, we had the defensive line, we had the offensive line, we got middle linebackers. In this video, halfbacks, running backs coming out later today, and the rest of the week we'll have more positional groups. That playlist will link you to every video that I put out as they drop, so if you want to catch up to one of those positional groups, make sure you go check out the other videos. Let's talk about the top 10 middle linebackers for MUT 24, and honestly, this might be the least exciting video out of all of them, because if you've played Madden Ultimate Team or Madden in general for the past several years, middle linebackers or linebackers in general just don't play very well on the field because they don't jump for interceptions. They don't get the same animations that defensive backs do, and so the meta for years and years and years now has been taking strong safeties and free safeties and converting them over to sub linebackers on your specialist screen, which allows them to basically play middle linebacker, and being that they usually have better speed and better height and get better animations, they just outplay middle linebackers. And Tremaine Edmonds is a great example. We're going to show you the top 10 in order towards the end of the video, but we'll scroll through numbers 1 through 10 in no specific order. And Tremaine Edmonds at an 83 overall is 6'5". Like, he's an ideal middle linebacker for video game purposes, but without Lurker, he's just not going to get those animations. And being that it's our early stages of the game, we don't know, number one, how much Lurker is going to cost AP-wise. I'm guessing probably 2 at minimum. And also, if even, cards like him are going to get Lurker. If they don't, they just don't really belong on the field unless it's very specific run-stopping situations. And you're going to notice a lot of these cards have very low block shed, and some of the tackle ratings are pretty good. But you see with this card, despite him being 6'5", only 79 speed, 76 block shed. We saw a couple defensive ends yesterday, like Aaron Donald and Micah Parsons and Montez Sweat, who are 83, 84, 85 speed, and we got this middle linebacker at 79. This card just ain't going to do it for me. Another 83 overall is going to be Fozzy Aluiken. I got really good at pronouncing his name correctly in MUT 23, and I think we have passed this along now to MUT 24. He's a little bit faster at the 82 speed, only 64 strength. That was one thing that stood out to me. 83 tackles, decent. 74 block shed, very low. Zone coverage, 76. Hit power, 82. So just nothing special about this card, or really any of these cards in the early stages at 83 overalls. Patrick Queen's not terrible. 82 speed, 84 acceleration, 83 tackle, 84 hit power. His block shed, though, as I mentioned with a lot of these middle linebackers, is really low. 75 zone still wouldn't be trustworthy enough for me to let him be a AI controlled, pass defender. So you could probably throw him in running situations, but with that low block shed, he gives you some other good attributes. I don't know if he's going to be able to get through an offensive line to go tackle the ball carrier. He might be good in the open field on a one-on-one tackle if you're not user controlling, but stopping the run with 67 block shed is going to be very tough. Nick Bolton, I'm happy to see that he got a good core elite, or at least a core elite, because he had some really good games last year, and obviously made huge plays in the Super Bowl. As an Eagle fan, still kind of hurts there to see his name right now and looking at it, but he barely got any upgrades last year. I know a lot of Chiefs fans would list things in the comments section like, where's the Nick Bolton upgrade, especially even after the Super Bowl. So he does get some recognition with a core elite card here, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I thought he was more of a faster linebacker, and he gets only 79 speed. I know he's only like 5'11", so this is just not an ideal linebacker by any means. 69 strength is pretty low there. He does have good play rec, block shed, hit power, tackle, and he does have that run stopper archetype, so he could be decent in the run stop, run game, but 79 speed, it just ain't the move here for me. Demario Davis, and I do want to point out one more time, these aren't in any specific order. We will show you the top 10, 1 through 10 in a moment towards the end of the video, but I think Demario Davis is one of the most underrated players in the NFL and for MUT purposes, and he gets an 85 overall, so I think he got good recognition there. 82 speed, 84 acceleration, only 75 strength, but the tackle, play rec, hit power are all pretty good. Block shed only a 79. That really hurts his cause. If that was a little bit higher, that would make this card better. If it was like 81, 82, and then he gives you 77 zone. So he's pretty well balanced, but I wish that block shed was a little bit higher. There's two players in this top 10 list that I think are a little bit overrated, and I'm sorry Seahawks fans, but Bobby Wagner is one of them. I also do want to point out that he's back with the Seahawks, and for whatever reason, EA still didn't put him in Seahawks uniform, in the card art, despite him playing for that team at one point in his career. Obviously, he's coming from the Rams, going back to Seattle. They gave him 80 speed. He's another one that I think is normally, at least for MUT purposes, known for speed, and they didn't really make him that fast. He does have good hit power at 84, tackle 83, acceleration 82, play rec 80, but block shed, like most of these cards, is really low, and also 68 strength is not going to help that block shed at all, trying to get through offensive lines, and I kind of find that funny given that he is a run stopper archetype. Roquan Smith, I think, has a pretty good card actually for an 84 overall, and if you look at that 82 speed with 86 acceleration, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the fastest acceleration we've seen from any of these linebackers so far. Only 70 strength, 71 block shed, but the tackle, hit power, and play rec pretty solid there. Also adds in 75 zone coverage. Aziz Alshidi, I've heard of him, but not familiar with his game. He gets an 84 overall. I was a little bit surprised to see him in the top 10. 83 speed, 85 acceleration, 86 tackle, 85 hit power. Those are all really good things. The block shed, the zone coverage, and the strength all a little bit low, unfortunately. Fred Warner is going to be your number one middle linebacker in the game, but these are out of order. Forgive me for that. 83 speed, 86 excel, so he's up there as well. 85 tackle, 80 zone, 86 play rec. The strength, block shed, and hit power, well, hit power is not terrible, but block shed and strength are really low given that he's going to be the best middle linebacker in the game. Some of the other 86 overalls that we saw yesterday, we looked at them, was like, okay, these look like pretty good early game cards. This one, unfortunately, doesn't. It could be a product of him being a linebacker, which are almost irrelevant at this point, but also, like, nothing really stands out to me on this card. Maybe if they made him a little bit faster and reduced the play rec or bumped up the block shed and hit power instead of having 86 play rec, you know, that's one of those attributes that sounds good, but we just never know how it really performs on the field, especially when you find your opponents running the same plays over and over and over again. And Lavonte David is the other one. I put him in the Bobby Wagner category. I don't know how well his season was last year or even the year before, but I feel like he's not playing at the level that he used to, and I'm kind of surprised. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bucs fans, but I'm kind of surprised he got an 85 overall. Only 80 speed, 79 hit power, 77 block shed, and zone coverage is pretty decent there. The strength is way too low. They did give him good acceleration, tackle, and play rec, but it's another card that I think just feels a little bit too slow for me. And here are your top 10 middle linebackers in order. Again, Fred Warner at number 1. I would flip-flop Demario Davis, put him at 2, and even move back Lavonte David down to an 84 overall at number 3, along with Bobby Wagner, Roquan Smith, Aziz Alshidi, and then we have 483 overalls at 7, 8, 9, and 10. Also, down below in the comment section, let me know who got snubbed off of this list. Of course, if you're going to say somebody got snubbed, you got to take somebody out of the top 10 to replace them with. I think TJ Edwards, I'm being a little bit of a homer even though he plays for the Bears now. I feel like TJ Edwards had a good enough year last year to crack the top 10, and unfortunately he did not. But there you have it. Those are the best middle linebackers to start MUT 24. Thank you guys for watching the video. Halfbacks coming up a little bit later today. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.